What's up, TikTok? I'm back with another janky video to talk about a movie that had a really good idea that was so familiar to another idea that I'm familiar to. So let's talk about it. So we're talking about the movie Heretic. Heretic. So basically, the definition of heretic is a person believing in or practicing religious heresy. And heresy is just the concept of going against the core principle of religion in this state of mind, Christianity. I don't want to spoil anything, but to give a little summary, which I'm not good at, about this movie is that we have two missionaries. One is pregnant, she's very vibrant, and she may be a little doubtful of her faith due to her situation, her past life. And do you have one that I believe grew up in the church, but she dresses like Wednesday? She grew up in the church, and she's very proud of her faith, but she might be a little off with it, maybe 5% off. And their faith starts to really kind of drown when they meet that old guy. And now he's challenging them, forcefully challenging them, of whether God is real or not. Now, I don't want to say too much. I just want to get down to the bottom of why I made this video. Because the old man has them trapped in his household. And the only way they can leave is through these two doors. The believer door and the non-believer. Do you believe in God? Or do you not? And there's another philosophy that challenges this entire question. And it is called Pascal's wager by Blaise Pascal. Blaise Pascal, I think that's how you say his name. So to furthermore on Blaise Pascal, he's a philosopher way back in the day who used his common sense because he's a defender of Christ and also maybe a gambler, and uses his gambler tuition to further his common sense that God may exist within your mindset. If that makes sense. So basically, this is his chart. I don't know if you can see it or not, but I believe I'm a non-believer. God is real. God isn't real. So if I'm a believer and God is real, then I die in peace. But if I'm a non-believer and God is real, I may die in vain. And then we have the second, this right here, God isn't real. If I'm a believer and God isn't real, then I die with nothing. As well as if I'm a non-believer and God isn't real, I also will die with nothing. And as you can see, the best decision to do is to believe in God. Because if you believe in God, then obviously you die in peace. And if he's not real, then nothing would happen. Rather than being a non-believer and then you die in vain. Do you see the outcome here? Do you see his wager? And it's funny because this is what he does to those two missionaries. He's putting them through a wager. Is it starting to click? Is it starting to click? Now, clearly, the old man is a debunker of God. He is not a defender of God. He used to be, but he is no longer. He is a non-believer. He believes that regardless of this side, he is still going to take the non-believer side, which is a kind of a crazy thought. But other people believe that Pascal's wager isn't valid either, due to the fact that we have seen and heard of other gods, like, for example, mythology. Heretic isn't about Pascal's wager. They just use the small concept to further the plot, which was very much so interesting and very much so just a nice little touch that I believe it was a nice little touch. And you necessarily don't have to use Pascal's wager to see if you believe and don't believe in God. It's just like a regular wager that you could use for like in your day to day life, and that's what I like about the philosophy so much. It's like, hey, you could debunk it with all this stuff, but you can't deny that he had a concrete idea back in the day. I'm not even sure when this happened. I mean, we're talking philosophy days. He had a thought. He used his own work ethic to grasp a thought, and he put it out there, and probably had a lot of people thinking like, well, maybe you're right. You know what I mean? So it's just little things like this that I like and that I love. So that's the end of the video.